So, folks, this story is absolutely a tragedy. Whether there was foul play or this is a drowning, here we have a 20, 21-year-old college student, junior, beautiful girl, family that loves her family, came to the Dominican Republic to see what was going on with the investigation and urging investigators to pull out all stops. They even got Interpol involved. Is there any other possibilities that could have occurred here? Could she have been kidnapped from the beach afterwards? I think it's unlikely, but it's always a possibility. Yeah, all these things are possible, but the probable, something occurred here. And was it a drowning or was it something nefarious? Was Joshua Reeby, did something occur? So far, they've been unable to shake his story and get him to come off his story as to the fact that they were swimming and he couldn't get her out of the water. He got sick, turned away. But then his actions afterward. He says that he passed out till 8 o'clock in the morning and then walked to his hotel room. Didn't he ask anyone? Had they seen Sudishka? Those things bother me as well as they bother everyone else here. And then he goes into the hotel with his shirt off. Allegedly, he lost his keys. Someone stole his shoes. So that would indicate that there were other people on the beach at that time. Did anyone else see anything? Did the Dominican police do a good canvass of that beach? Both a video canvass and a physical canvass where they go on the sand and question anyone they've seen. Did they hand out flyers with something like this? Sadishka, age 20, height 5'3", her picture, and hand it out to people in case they saw something, in case they saw her and Joshua together, perhaps arguing. Is there anything like that? Did they let that out? Have they told anyone the results of their interviews other than the fact that there was some inconsistencies? So far, all we're seeing is that there are inconsistencies. And this man, Joshua Reeby, even though they say he's not a person of interest, he's not a suspect, but they took his passport and they're holding him. He's not free to go. He's not free to leave. So what do you think that's saying? Isn't it saying one thing and doing the other? This is some news about, allegedly breaking news about this story.
Early Sunday morning, the man who may have been the last person with Sudiksha Kunanki was back on the beach in Punta Cana. Only this time, 22-year-old Joshua Reeby of Iowa was with Dominican Republic investigators who are still searching for the University of Pittsburgh junior more than 11 days after she disappeared. NBC News capturing this video of investigators in the area. Hours before walking the beach with authorities, Reeby exclusively told NBC News, "I'm just trying to help them out," adding the ocean is a dangerous place. In a statement first reported by NBC News, his attorneys allege his passport has been confiscated. He is permanently escorted by the police anywhere he goes, and he is not free to leave. The U.S. State Department and Dominican authorities have not confirmed if Reeby is officially being kept in the country. On March 6th, Reeby and Kunanki were seen on this hotel surveillance video with a group of people heading towards the beach in the early morning. Reeby, who is not considered a suspect, has been interviewed as a witness by Dominican authorities. NBC News obtained a transcript, which we translated from Spanish. Reeby recalling he met Kunanki shortly before she vanished. He says their group had been drinking shots of pink tequila. Then he says they went to the beach with friends, the two of them winding up in waist-deep water, talking and kissing a little, before a big wave swept us out to sea. Reeby says they almost drowned, although he eventually got Kunanki to shore. While they were still in knee-deep water, he says, "I asked if she was okay. I didn't hear her answer because I started vomiting all the seawater I'd swallowed. After vomiting, I looked around and didn't see anyone. I thought she'd grabbed her things and left. I lay down on a beach chair and fell asleep." Reeby telling investigators he was surprised Kunanki never returned to her room. In Rock Rapids, Iowa, this spring break mystery is the talk of Reeby's small hometown.
Is one of the most polite, respectful kids I have ever met.
So that's where we stand right now. And one of the things that I find a little bit perhaps disturbing is that, you need the same investigators doing the interviews of Joshua Reeby. You can't have it spread out all over in different people because they're going to repeat things. And they're going, an investigator that's doing the interviews every single time is going to get a feel for it. It's going to get a feel. Is he telling the truth? Is he being deceptive? How about the question he just answered? Did he answer that differently the last time? Also, the person being interviewed feels more comfortable with one person who's conducting these interviews. Is the investigator checking his answers with facts that they know? And what do I mean by that? Well, have they checked his answers with his roommates, with the other people that were on the scene, cross-checking his answers to see if he's telling the truth? And then if you come back with different answers, question him more as why did you say that was inconsistent? Many people find it strange or find it disturbing that he has invoked counsel. If this was the United States, and if he really was a suspect and felt he was a suspect himself, he would not speak at all to the police. He would say, I want an attorney, and that's it. It's the end of it. However, early on, and even now in this investigative process, he is cooperating. Yet there has been talk that certain questions he refuses to answer now. And that is on the advice of his attorney. Do we take it that someone is guilty because they refuse to answer questions when advised to by their attorney? In our system, we don't take that as being suspicious. However, maybe he's just trying to protect himself from the investigators asking questions that they've asked and he's answered already. So it is a little bit